Hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome. Oh, gosh, it is time for your, let's just say, October through November personal reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the South and North nodes. Normally, I would do a money career reading. I am going to do that, but we're going to mix it in with a variety of other things as a bonus, since I have been out of commission for a little bit. My knee, some issues. And it hurts to sit for too long a period of time or stand for too long a period of time. So until this is fully resolved, I'm working this out to be for the next month from now, right before the October new moon, Libra new moon, until the end of November. And then we will go ahead and boom, bam, get us a nice little reading for our birthday month, okay? And I say ours because I am a Saggy sign, sun, for sure. Okay, so lots of oracle cards to get started. Please remember, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, take what does. Go check your other positions. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and South and North nodes. Money will be in here. I pull multiple oracle cards so you can see if any of those align. Usually they kind of line up together, but on occasion we will get a separate message if Spirit wants you to hear it, okay? Thanks for being here, everyone. I'm CJ, if I didn't say it. Welcome, welcome. So your angels and ancestor oracles, right, pop right out as you saw that I was shuffling. First one, High Priestess. The High Priestess has been making herself known between Scorpio and now you. Scorpio had like 3 or 4 of these. So if you are have any Scorpio placements, which I do as well, you might want to check into that reading if it aligns for you on the majors. Like I said, Venus, Rising, Moon, or a node or South, one of the nodes. Here's High Priestess saying, harness, excuse me, harness mystic power. Isis here. Love this. Harness the mystic power. You and Scorpio can certainly do it. You're one of the favorite signs, ruled by Jupiter, highly spiritual, sometimes telling truths that others don't want to hear, but you have access to all the mysteries, and these are available for you right now. The Knight, be brave and honest, because what you might be downloading could be something, and not like that's not a Sagittarian trait to begin with. And people are often like, oh my gosh, they're so rude, they just tell the truth. Well, Sagittarius, it's hard for them to have a filter. They'll be quiet, but if they get quiet, they're going to start backing out of your life because they no longer care to explain to you what it is that's going on or to call you out on your stuff, because they're all about truth. They're all about the enlightenment. They're all about aiming for higher truths, higher learning, higher spirituality, so on and so forth. So being brave and honest is not hard for a Sag, for sure. Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. I love this energy. Go after what you want. We are coming into the season, the end of the fall. It is certainly your time. You can almost feel it. Like I come alive. Now, I am born on the West Coast, and I love warm weather. Like when it gets winter, even though I spiritually know it's time for me to rest, recuperate, to plan, and be prepared to plant the seeds, the temperature that goes along with that doesn't always agree with me. But the minute there's any kind of little chill in the air from where I am, and it becomes fall, I just, the energy just amplifies itself. I love all the seasons, and I do love winter, but it's tiring for me after a while just from the cold. I'm like, nah. Okay, it's a cool deck. Check this deck out, right? How fun. This is Mirror Visions, yes, Mirror, M-I-R-R-A, Visions by James Eade, and wow, super cool. So this is the combination of 2 decks that he put together. Now, I haven't quite figured out how to get the film off to be able to see the other vision that's underneath of it, but each of these cards has 2 meanings, or a lot of them will have 2 meanings, and combined. So 2 of Pentacles are here. That is about getting to work. Maybe too much work. Oh gosh. Okay. So your cards have come out. Let's pull these out and see what they are. sorry, Ace of Swords. There's the brave and honest. Look, the Knight. How cool is this? Not really good for reading online, I see, but I'm loving this energy. Brave and true. There's the truth. The World. Things are ending, things beginning. New cycles, celebration. Temperance. Hello in your own reading. Wow, how this is a maze. This is so Sagittarius. When you think about it and you can see the fires within the maze, I don't know if you can. I'm so sorry, guys. It's just not doing it justice on camera. There's the fires burning, right? 1, 2, 3. I'm sure there's more, but I'm just pointing these out right now. And this is the seeking. First of all, we love freedom more than anything. Freedom of thought, mind, person, soul, love, all of that. And a little bit of having to be trapped in this, in our vibe, right? So getting through this, but also it is the seeking, it is the alchemizing, it is the becoming. Really shown in this card. What a great adaptation of, or adaptation of, Temperance. So we come into our own reading. We're celebrating the end of cycles and going into the new. And yeah, we are coming out of this God blessed eclipse season. Wow, did it really rock a lot of worlds? Physically, things changing, life aligning, opportunities opening up that, you know, maybe you went through the door, maybe you didn't. I don't know about y'all, but 1, tired. 2, physical things that are starting to come out where I was told to take care of my health. Now they're coming out. 3, some downloads and opportunities have come to me. 4, some endings of some things and some new beginnings. But also 5, just the overall feeling of being... when they say brain fog, this isn't like the brain fog of being... like you just can't think anymore, right? Because you're working on a project, you can't think anymore. It's more of a stuck between worlds fog, right? Getting up in the morning and knowing that you're still in the ether, in the spiritual world, and how long it takes for you to even adjust. And sometimes just going through the day, wondering, how the heck did I even get home? It's been that kind of vibe. Not sure if y'all have had to experience that, but certainly it's been that way for me and a few others that I've talked to. And look at this beautiful, oh my gosh, is this the 6? Yes, 6 of Lotuses, which is the 6 of Cups. First of all, God bless the artwork on this, the mirror and the what have you. So the 6 of Cups, so we know what the world is. The Ace of Swords here, where you've been juggling, some clarity is going to come through. You're going to close out something, start something new. Now this was meant to be the oracle cards, but you're getting a lot of tarot in here. Temperance coming into your own reading, and then the 6 of Lotuses, which aligns with the 6 of Cups. So there could be some melancholy, there could be something with your children, but let's see how he specifically, because I just received this deck, and while I've been playing with it, I'm not 100% versed on it because I haven't used it enough. So I don't want to say something that's not pure. So in here we have renewal, happy memories, which is that little bit of melancholy, vibrancy, and familiarity. We see a nude woman in the water disappear and reappear as a submerged lotus flower. The 6s present us with a moment of familiarity. When this card shows up, it asks you to revisit happy memories. They will bring the healing you are looking for and add vibrancy to your presence. Aww. See, this is why I love sometimes going back and reading it, because 6 of Cups in so many other ways is, 1, can be children, 2, it's nostalgia, but oftentimes it comes out with like wanting things to be the way they used to be. But in this case, it's just a lovely birthing of memory that is healing, right? The healing memories. Wow. All right, let's get an overall. For whatever reason, I grabbed the Mirror Visions. If you look at the other readings, the Major Arcana cards come out first. Oh, hello, girl. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. More slang. Temperance. Sag, you are in your power. You are so in your space. Temperance comes out. You're in your own energy, in your own essence. You are knowing. You're harnessing your mystic powers. You are brave and true. You're healing with memories of love. Closing out cycles, getting to the truth of the matter. Really. I really feel like this Two of Pentacles, like you're over it, dude. Like I'm over having to juggle. I'm over having to put too many things on my plate. I'm here to experience life the way I want to experience it. That's truly the vibe that I'm getting from this, which is so cool. I am loving this vibe. Love, 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 right? I do want to take 2 seconds out because, yeah. There is, I'm just double checking if there was any other messages with the Six of Lotuses. So temperance is alchemizing, right? Sometimes it's compromise. Sometimes it's finding the balance in those relationships. But with the harness the mystic power and temperance here, I'm just really getting the vibe that you are now you've come in your reading twice, really seeking your truth, going after what it is that you want, aligning to that truth. Sometimes the truth, being brave and honest, is with yourself. There is a little magician quality to that, because as you know, temperance is Archangel Ariel from the north, ruled Pentacle is her sign. There is the sign of where one foot is on the ground, one is in the water, balancing groundedness and emotion, and then also alchemizing with fire and air, rainbow, or something that goes back and forth through a chalice of some extent. So it's about finding, I keep hating to say the word balance, but finding the center of all things. Unrealistic. Your expectations in the future may be unrealistic and need revision. Perhaps your vision is big and may require a plan or more careful thought. You could be setting yourself for failure if you don't set realistic financial goals. Now, that is the shadow side of Sagittarius, is optimism, reach for the stars, think it's all going to work out. But the one thing, which is why I was just called to go through the whole Uriel bit, was it's grounded, it's centered, right? There is that power in seeing everything, using all of the elements around you in a balanced way, in a centered way, not just like, ooh, pie in the sky. No, because while you're doing the pie in the sky, then there is the earthly things that you're taking care of, or you have your day gig or your side hustles to raise the money to help fuel something. Because as a Sag, I cannot say that any dream is unrealistic unless it's like truly like building a colony on Mars, right? So unless you're that person, it's not going to happen for everybody, right? But taking those steps towards your manifestations, to that home, to that job, to that financial stability for your family, those are the things you can set up those baby steps for. Beauty. Embrace your unique style and own it. Let the world see who you really are. Consider careers doing hair, jewelry, clothing, or any other job that enhances others' beauty. Your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. There's the centeredness. Okay? Your outer world. Maybe you look like you're doing everything the way it's supposed to be. You're rocking and rolling. But if you've got shadow, if you have stuff that you haven't resolved, then there's a time you're being called to like cleanse that stuff out. Okay? Or if you don't believe in your value, but yet you're telling everyone you're of value, that's not going to line up energetically. Remember, this part is money and career. And comfort. Though you're not exactly rich, you'll be living comfortably. You're entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. I was watching a film recently, and I just remember a line from it that speaks to this, which was, if I were to go tomorrow, I've had all that I wanted. A roof over my head, a soft bed to sleep in, a partner, a child, and joy. And I was like, when it comes down to it, everything else is extra. Right? It was a beautiful line. Okay. And explorer. There's the Saggy. Keep trying. There are no mistakes, just opportunities to learn and grow. You may be called to explore careers that match your fearlessness and curiosity, and you might need to go wandering and trust the unknown, because that's where the magic lies. For sure. There is that high priestess energy. All right, let's get some tarot here. Because Mirror Visions was really meant to, I was thinking more of the oracles would come out, but instead you got a good old tarot in there, which is lovely. So I want you to recognize that we have 5, 5 with the 2, and a 5. I think Scorpio has this 2. For some reason, I'm feeling this is aligned in some way. 3 5s. There's a change of foot. 5s are change. It's also a number of abundance of things changing from one to another. But in this case, 5 of Wands is showing you battling. It's showing you in a situation of drama, of having to fight, maybe even to defend a position that you're in, or that could have been the way you were, because this is feeling like it's in the immediate past. Could still be a current energy. It can also represent the month of May. And of course, this card is represented by Leo. So Leo, Sag, Aries, which I wouldn't normally say unless it's a major arcana. But there could be another fire sign that might be giving you a little grief. And don't forget, this can be internal battles as well. But hello. Queen of Coins. 3 of Wands, your ship's coming in. 3 of Cups, a celebration. The Magician, and the King of Coins. What? Are you kidding me? King of Coins, Queen of Coins, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But this is a couple. It can be a couple, but it also represents in the money reading the divine feminine, the divine masculine, not only actioning, being boss energy, entrepreneur, being a leader, a manager, being affluent, achieving one's goals, right? Divine masculine energy, but also then nurturing this source. Affluent card, but one that's a little more centered, grounded, nurturing, creative, and exploring the beauty of this source. Love this. The 3 of Wands coming through, showing either you're waiting for your ships or your ships are coming in. Based on the fact the King and Queen of Coins are here, whatever you are negotiating, because this can be negotiation as well, and not a pleasant one, but one that you're kind of like, no, having to go back after counter offer. You have wealth, you have ships, you have celebration, friendship, joy, community, and the Magician is just lining you up, all the tools. Again, I think Scorpio had magic. I don't know why, guys, but if you have any Scorpio placements, go check that. Magician here. Magic is in the air, Sag, and you are the alchemist. The new moon is coming up. Set your time. It's in Libra, which would generally be for relationships and relieving partnerships that are no longer serving you, aligning to some love and beauty. But in this money and career, it can be in aligning you to something you really love and enjoy and finding the right people to work with, right? So you should think about what the new moon is always in before you're starting to do your affirmations, because that will help exponentially align you. Use the energy of the universe that's out there. Venus rules Libra, which is love and money. Aphrodite, beauty, sensuality, abundance. What a great reading. Super cool. All right, I don't know where my other cards went. I'm going to pause this for 1 second, and I will be right back because I want to do love after this, okay? Do the love reading, so hold for me. Okay, guys, thanks so much for your patience. I know it was a blip in the video sphere, but I don't know, I felt like I had the wrong cards, so here we go. Separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. These are the love oracle cards. Now remember, you had in here 6 of lotuses, which can be about remembering some times of happiness. So some of you could be experiencing a separation or might be separated from someone that you really adore. Let's see what other we have. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from a toxic relationship or addiction. You know, the heart, the love part of these readings that I've been doing so far are feeling transformative. There's been some real truths that have come to the light about every sign so far and their love or relationship or what they consider. Oh, I thought something else flipped over, so I'm going to pull one more if there is one. And then I'll get you a romance angel. Not today. I think this came out for somebody else. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but it's like, no, we're not dealing with this. We're not dealing with this right now. The hand does everything. Hurt, avoiding a conversation, a call, or a person. Boundaries, still angry. So if you are the person that is just still angry and not ready to speak your truth without it getting emotional, it's okay to be like, Silence is a response. Silence is an answer. And generally, Sagittarius tend to do that. We just will back, stop talking. You've lost our privilege. You've lost privilege of us and our energy and our joy and our enthusiasm and our love. And so we start retracting that until we see what's going on. And you have the chance to redeem it. Doesn't come into redemption. Boom. Just peace. The original, just like peace out. We don't need a drama. We don't need it. We go. And the fact that you're in yourself here so many times with temperance and temperance over here. Temperance is also, think of the word temper, right? To temper, to work with metals, alchemize. But it can also mean restraint. Restraining from these situations. Maybe the thought from the 6 of Lotuses is about a healthy, happier time, or remembering someone else who brought you great joy. I don't know, but this may resonate for some of you. So I'm going to pull the romance angels and see if they have a different message for some of my Saggies who may be in a different space. But these love oracles, they've been like no joke. They're like, nah, we're clearing up the heart space. We're clearing up the energy from people that don't deserve it. And then true love. I kid you not. I'm telling you, the angels are different than what the oracles have been. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. For others of you, when you started thinking about love, boom, that person, love of a lifetime. Isn't that hysterical? I literally pull both of them for that reason, because this oracle energy might not be your truth bombs from the oracles may not be your situation, which is why it's general. And I wanted to pull a second message. But we're also going to pull some tarot. Like I said, this is a little bit of a longer reading. You may want to bookmark it and come back to it. We're going to pull the Modern Love Tarot and see what we have in here for our beautiful Saggies from October through the end of November. Here we have the 5 of Swords. Now that did kind of flip out, and it flipped out in the reverse, which for me would be a good sign, because all this bickering and argument would be over, right? Oh, that's a tough card. That aligns with what's going on out of the oracles. Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the nodes in love. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Tower. There's the moment. There's the truth teller. There's the There's the spirit coming in, the universe coming in and saying, if you're not going to remove this person or this person isn't removed, we're going to help you. It could also be a Jesus come to reckoning moment, to use that phrase my grandmother would say, where you are all of a sudden just like, no, I'm out, peace. Page of Cups, showing you a new love, a new joy, a new emotion, something coming in. Once the Tower happens, and that could be a thought, that could be an argument, that could just be you going, you know what, I'm done. It can also be this true love. It can also be like where you have been in the past of fighting and I hate to use the word fighting, but it just keeps showing up with the Five of Wands, where you have felt like you've been struggling to get the right relationship or partnership or soulmate or friendship in your life. This is over. The Tower has come through, pulled out the people that aren't meant for you, separated all of them, allowed you time to heal, and now with the Page of Cups, there's the new, there's the innocence, there's the joy, there's the cup of love coming your way, and it's really physically represented in the little cup. You also see a younger image of a person in here, enjoying, just exploring. So there is such a beautiful gift of new emotion, love, happiness, joy, exploration coming into your world. The Four of Swords saying, you know what, time out. Self-care, self-healing. Time to love, Sag. Taking a break from all of this, resting, leaving it. It's good. I'm healing. I'm moving on. And then another four with the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands is that commitment, is that true love, is that relationship. It could be the marriage card. It can also be a partnership, a soulmate, as I said, a friendship, somebody coming in that is just, sometimes you meet people and you're like, where have you been all my life? You get me. And it can be a commitment. That's why we call it the marriage card. It can be a deeper commitment with someone that maybe has been on the outside, that you're making a more of a commitment to. But it is a great joy of celebration, family and celebration. And also, oftentimes, if this doesn't resonate because you're in this separation and healing heart, the Four Wands represent 1111, which is an awakening code. An awakening to self, a new beginning, a new start, new things aligning up for you. All right, let me see if there's any more on this. Certainly conflicted information here as far as some of you are on the outs and some of you are, yeah, look at that, the Two of Swords. Some of you are just not vibing on the love front. Others of you are heading towards love. Nine of Pentacles, there's the self-love right there. There's too many pulled out of there. Nine of Pentacles, there is the Four of Swords. That's basically the Nine of Pentacles. Notice solo. There's no other being in here. Nine of Pentacles is a great card of abundance and joy. Right, in a money reading or in the money part of this, it would be about self-worth, those things that you've done to be successful. You have created your business. You have created your career opportunity. You have worked towards the goals that you wanted to achieve. In a relationship or in this love, it's also the same. I'm good. I'm good enough. I love my life. I have healed. Remember the healing heart. I'm okay with all that. Let that be. I'm experiencing joy. And this could be a commitment to yourself. It's just, regardless, this beautiful energy of what's going to happen for you. And it also can be a reevaluation because you're in your own energy here. Just reevaluating and looking where those things are. Please remember, in your money and in your celebration, your magic, your alchemizing, your ships are coming in. There's the couple, right? In earth, grounded, wealth, abundance areas. Lots of celebration, lots of rewards, some healing in the heart here for sure. For sure. Okay, let's finish with some dragon energy because I love my little dragon cards. Wow, that was quick. Commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business, and it will make you feel better. 4 of Wands. Commitment. Right there. That's the 4 of Wands. A commitment in love or business. Do you get the contract? Do you create a soul? Do you have your soulmate? Right? So. Sorry, I didn't want to look at that because I didn't feel like it fell out. I felt like I pulled it out. It's meant to be. It'll come. Twists and turns. And signs. There's the High Priestess. High Priestess, right? Also, what did we have in here? The Ace of Swords, coming to the truth. The World, yep. Temperance again, and the 6 of Lotuses. So the twists and turns of life. Careful made plans may be thrown out the window as major changes, Tower, and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with any upheaval. An upheaval, rest, doesn't need to be a bad thing. Even if there's a shock and something that happens, Tower, everyone's like, oh my God, I'm jumping out of the building. It's always for your highest good. But sometimes that Tower is, after your heart is healed and you've kind of left all this other stuff behind, the person who's meant to step up, the situation's meant to step up, steps up, and you're like, oh my gosh, that was out of the blue. Where did that come from? It's still a Tower moment. So there's your twists and turns, commitment, and then signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. Magician, there's magic, celebrate. Priestess is here. The vibe is, I almost feel like you might be directing some of this yourself, but if you're just kind of with the flow of what the heck is going on, wow, we have certainly reached 3 or 4 scenarios in this reading for our Saggies. So quickly with the numbers, you have 5s everywhere. That is the change. 4s are about foundation, groundedness, building. Think 4. I think you have 2s, so you have 2 2s. Master builder, working, couples. Can also be about partnerships, as we discussed. I want to say I thought there was one more. Oh, 3. Yes, thank you. 3 and 3, the World, 21, and then 3. So you have 3, 3, 4, 4. 3 5s. and yourself in this reading more than one time. Amazing. Don't forget right here. So if you tuned in specifically for your money and career, you got it going on. All right. With that, I'm going to let it go. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll talk with y'all in our birthday season. Until then, love and blessings. Bye for now.